Good afternoon and welcome to the Big Lunch Hour. I'm Nolan Pinto. Now, the electricity supply companies have hiked the unit price by 32 paise. Now, this is the sixth hike in the last 4.5 years. The new tariff hike will be effective from the 1st of May. Now, what has caused concern in the power sector is that cumulative effect of such moderate hikes could be substantial, as Karnataka has been witnessing tariff revision regularly on an annual basis. In fact, the Karnataka Electricity Regulatory Commission, or the KERC, gave its biggest shock to the consumers today, with the power tariff going up by 32 paise per unit. In fact, the hearing process for 2014-15 was delayed due to various factors, including the Lok Sabha polls. Now, ESCOMs had filed tariff revision applications in the last week of November, but the KERC extended the time limit to file the applications to December 13, 2013. The hearing was supposed to be completed by mid-March, but was extended due to the polls. It finally began on the 22nd of April after the state had voted. Now, the ESCOMs had in their application projected an energy surplus of 62,959 million units during this year, that is 2014-15, against energy supply of 61,075 million units for the year 2013-14. The ESCOMs were seeking an increase of 66 paise per unit, with the hope to generate a revenue of 27,772 crore rupees against 24,469 crore rupees for the current year. Now, during 2013-14, the ESCOMs had sought a revision of 70 paise per unit, but the KERC allowed a hike of 23 paise per unit. In 2012, they had sought an increase of 73 paise, but the Commission had allowed a tariff hike of 13 paise. Now, for this year, the ESCOMs had sought a uniform hike of 66 paise, but the KERC, or the Commission, has now allowed a 32 paise average increase for all the ESCOMs. In fact, the ESCOMs had also urged the KERC to consider 2,000 crore rupee expenditure made in the year 2012 for purchase of power. The then government had assured of providing an additional subsidy of more than 2,000 crore rupees. However, the present government had refused to release the subsidy amount. In fact, the electricity supply companies have hiked the unit price by 32 paise. This is the sixth hike in the last 4 years. The new tariff hike will be effective from the 1st of May. And what has caused concern is that the cumulative effect of such moderate hikes could be substantial, as Karnataka has been witnessing tariff revision regularly on an annual basis. In fact, let's now listen into what Srinivas Murthy, the KERC chairman, had to say earlier.
About objections raised by them, comments made by them, all of them have been put in the public domain. And we have carefully considered all the representations made by the commission and companies, and also the views expressed by various consumers, people's representatives, and we have now issued the tariff orders revising the rates for the next year. As we have just now announced, the companies had all asked for 66 paise uniform increase for all categories of consumers other than irrigation pump sets and Bhagya Jyoti and Kutir Jyoti consumers who are paid for by the government. We have given a uniform increase of 32 paise average, not uniform increase, sorry, average increase of 32 paise, but the increase in the rates differs from consumer category to consumer category, differs from the slab of consumption to slab of consumption. So those details will be available to you within the next 5 minutes. But departing from the earlier practice, what we have circulated with to you is a background to tariff revision 2014. I hope all of you have got this. This is to kind of help you understand why we have revised this by 32 paise, why not more, why not less, because many of you have made excellent intelligent guesses about how much we will increase it by. Somebody has published 25 paise, somebody has averaged it by 23 paise, somebody has come very close to 33 paise. So thanks for all your guesses, but you owe a duty to the public to explain why we have taken the decision that we have taken. So the background to the tariff revision.
In fact, that was Srinivas Murthy, KERC chairman, addressing the media after the KERC accepted an increase of 32 paise, an average increase, that is, for all the ESCOMs. He stated that they have taken into consideration the financial aspects of electricity supply companies before coming out with this figure. They've also had discussions with ESCOMs, with people representatives, public meetings all over Karnataka. Finally, they've decided that all the 5 ESCOMs can now hike their rates by 32 paise. Again, we must remember it's not a uniform hike, it's an average increase. Well, the results of the Karnataka SSLC exams have been announced by Education Minister Kimmane Ratnakar. Now, candidates can check the results on the official website of Karnataka Board of Secondary Education, that is carresults.nic.in. Now, students can also visit results.gov.in to get their results. Now, the Karnataka SSLC exams were held from the 28th of March to the 9th of April. About 8.26 lakh students appeared for the exams this year. Chikkodi clocked the highest in terms of pass percentage. Sirsi and Belgavi held the second and third position respectively. Now, the total pass percentage for the state is 81.19%. The girls, as usual, outshined the boys of the exam. And the girls have recorded a pass percentage of 7% higher than the boys on an average. In fact, you can see the toppers over there celebrating with their family members. In fact, the topper this time scored 622 out of 625 marks. Nitya Surabhi, and you can see her there celebrating with her family and friends. She belongs to Marimalappa's college in Mysore. In fact, the minister, Kimmane Ratnakar, stated that he was pretty happy that things did go well this year around. The evaluators also worked hard without creating any hassles. Work went on very peacefully. The total pass percentage this time around is 81.19%. Now, overall districts, if you're talking about, Chikkodi recorded the highest pass percentage for this year with 91.70%. Sirsi was second with 75.35%. Belgavi was third and Bidar was last. However, the education department also did something else this time. They did something what is known as quality education, and in that Bangalore North topped the list, followed by Bangalore South, Mangalore, Chikkodi, Mysore, Belgavi, and the list goes on. In fact, different toppers over there celebrating with their friends and family members and relatives as well. Now, 2023 schools recorded 100% pass percentage. Out of that, 628 were government schools, 163 aided, 1,232 unaided schools. So in all, 2,023 schools had 100% pass percentage. Out of that, again, we're told that 17 schools recorded nil or zilch. In fact, the pass percentage this time around is 81.19%. And there you can see on the left of your television screen, Nitya Surabhi, the topper this year. She scored 622 marks out of 625. She belongs to Mysore, Marimalapaz College. In fact, the pass percentage this time around is 81.19%. Freshers, the pass percentage for them, it's about 85.37. And for repeaters, it's 40.85. Now, girls out at the boys, and the percentage difference is a good 7%. We're told that 2023 schools managed 100% pass results, which included 628 government schools, 163 aided schools, 1,232 unaided schools. Now 17 schools, we're told, received zero. Basically, the pass percentage was zilch. In fact, the topper has scored 622 out of 605. 625, that is Nitya Surabhi. She's a student of Mysore's Marimalapaz College.